Okay, take a wild guess as of where I got this idea from. Well, the video that Mr. Enter made about his father, which is today, Valentine's Day of 2025, just in case anyone doesn't know and they're watching this from the future. So, I'm going to be completely and utterly honest with you all. As much as I love Bluey, as much as I talk about it with my friends and etc., this video is a very certain fine line to cross, but not in a bad way. So today, I want to make a video about how if you don't really like your parents or anything like such, or you wish you had parents that actually cared and loved about you, then this video seems like the perfect fit. But if you don't want to watch this video, then I do understand why. This is just simply what I would recommend, I guess, to you all and anyone closely following me or something like that. Cause I'm not kidding when I say this, but I actually recommend Bandit and or Chilli to be the parents of some of my friends. No, I'm not kidding when I say that, and I have some reasons as of why. But before I talk about, well, my friends first, I would like to go over you, the person watching this video. Well, it depends on your point of view, to be honest. There are either two ways of looking at Chilli and Bandit. Just seeing them as a pair of cartoon characters that you would just expect to see, or people who actually matter to you in your life. By the way, no, I'm not counting romantically, by the way. Because that would be me if I were to check that list off. Anyway, no, we're talking about like a parental relationship. From every episode we've seen of them so far, both of them are important for Bluey and Bingo's life. And we see the two of them getting into whatever shenanigans happen in the house with a game that one of the girls comes up with. And it's being taken surprisingly seriously 99% of the time. Also, both Chilli and Bandit have no negative qualities that I can mention. Now, I did talk about them in my Bluey Moms and Dads Good to Most Good video. Well, videos. I'm not going to recap what I said because honestly I didn't say too much about their placements, but they were actually at the top of the list. I'm not going to link them in the description or anything, but check them out whenever you get the chance if you want to. But anyway, to cut straight to the point, they're both phenomenal parents. And these two can matter in someone's life. Like the parental figures that they wish they had growing up, or the parental figures they wish they had at all. Now, I'm going to bring up only just a couple of my friends in this video, because I just kind of want you to get straight to the point with this. But also, I will mention Mr. Renner, since he's pretty much the main reason why this video even exists. By the way, Mr. Renner, I will talk about you first. I will say this though, I finished your video, and I am really sorry you had to deal with a bad excuse of a father, to put it as lightly as I can. I actually will link his video in the description below in case anyone does want to check it out, because he can dive into this in way more detail, and I'm not going to talk about that, because first off, I don't want to talk about it on here. I want to get to the point with this, and secondly, I would just pretty much be recapping his entire video. You know, on my community page, I actually did post a Bandit artwork of Want a Hug, and I just tagged Mr. Renner in it saying that I think you need this. Because I know, if you really want to, Mr. Renner, and this is your own choice, Bandit could be like the dad you wish you had growing up. Same with Chilli, but, that's all I'm going to say about Mr. Renner. Anyway, so, the first person I'm actually going to talk about is my friend Juan, who is also known as That One Collector here on YouTube. And, I'm not going to talk about anything specific, because that's classified information. I am not going to tease about that at all. But to put this in simple terms, both of his parents are bad. The dad is definitely way worse, with some occasional good moments here and there, and the mom is definitely, well, I only say she's bad because of her bad moments, but she's not, like, the worst mother I've ever seen of all time. Decent at best, and pretty bad at worst. And I usually bring up Chilli and Bandit whenever both of them have such a bad moment that Juan actually talks to me about. Now, I've only brought them up just a couple of times in terms of them being better parents than his own, but I wasn't trying to annoy him in the slightest or anything like such. If so, then I probably would have just spammed that over and over again. But he does actually understand, and, well, Juan does seem to actually like what I say. So, that's good. Otherwise, that's about it for him, specifically. Now, I could bring on my friend Savannah, but to be honest here, Bandit and Chilli are the parents of her OC from Jujutsu Kaisen named Okami, and, yeah, it was just something we did personally. That's about it, really. So, sorry, I'm not really going to have a lot to say about Savannah. And this goes for any of my friends that actually have OCs that they would like to see Bandit and or Chilli as the parents of. So, yeah. Okay, so that's it for my friends, but what about the person watching this video? You either have parents that are very loving and caring, that could be almost as good as Bandit. You can have parents that are bad, parents that are abusive, or parents with absolutely no redeeming qualities. And that is horrible for any of those options, except the positive one, but Still, I want to say this. If you are looking for some sort of parental relationship, then look no further than Bandit Chilli. I know you could possibly bring up some other examples like maybe Homer Simpson or Peter Griffin. Actually, don't look up Peter, please. Unless you want to make him into a good guy, which if so, then more power to you. But in my own personal opinion, though, what more can I say about Bandit Chilli in a positive way than literally any other cartoon parent hasn't? You could bring up Hugh and Judy from Jimmy Neutron, Bob and Linda from Bob's Burgers, etc. I could literally go on with maybe another 20 or even 30 examples. But do you get my point here? I'm just trying to say this. Bandit Chilli are easily the best of the best. Especially since Bluey is the biggest series of all time right now. But anyway, you've probably heard other people talk about them as well. So anyway, to wrap this entire video up, if you do want to actually try and, follow this video and just, try to see if you can actually make them both the best parents you could possibly have, then I will leave 2 more links in the description below. My own versions of Bandit Chilli from Character AI. It's a great choice, especially since you can actually call them, and you don't have to text them. So that's good. Anyway, for anyone that was looking for a video like this, I hope this helped. So anyway, I don't have a lot more to say, so I'll see y'all later with WebG next time, and that's all for now. But also, like I said, I hope this video works for you.